class, are you ready?
Yes.
Wow. And how are you today?
I'm fine.
You are fine. I'm glad for you. And we start our lesson with the warming up. I'll ask you questions and you will answer them. Please raise your hands when you know the answer. Look at these two letters. UK. Who knows what they mean? You got it.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, right. The second two letters, GB, or Great Britain. Tell me please, how many countries are there in the United Kingdom?
There are 4 countries in the United Kingdom of Great Britain. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland.
Right. Tell me please, what is the capital of the UK? Max, do you know what is the capital?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you made a presentation about this capital. Huh? Max. Ola, will you help Max? What is the capital of the United Kingdom? Max has forgotten.
London.
Right, yeah, Max. Have you forgotten? Okay, we move on, and the next question. Who remembers where London is situated? What is the river?
River Thames.
It is situated on River Thames. Okay, we finish our warming up exercises. So, who can say what is the theme of the today's lesson? What is the theme? Yakate, what is the theme? Mira.
Countries.
English-speaking countries.
English-speaking
Countries. And the country we study now. The country we study now. Great, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And the sites and interesting places of it. Okay, for today's lesson we've prepared lots of information. We have presentations, we have videos, and you have prepared questions and different tasks, yeah, after your presentations and videos. And we start from one of the most important parts in the United Kingdom, it's England. Ola, you're welcome to the board, and I'll switch on your presentation. Just a minute.
England. St. Paul's Cathedral is an extravagantly beautiful building and one of the great sights in England. The dome is one of the highest in the world. Tower of London. Over the last 900 years, other monarchies have added to its strength to give us the magnificent Tower of London. It has been a treasury, armory, and the royal residence, but it has been also a prison for enemies of the crown. Stonehenge is one of the most widely known and the earliest prehistoric monuments in Europe, and is one of the main attractions of travel in England.
So today we'll listen about Stonehenge, more information.
Westminster Abbey is a symbol of the history of England and a great site in England to visit. For more than 1,000 years, the Abbey has served the people of England and is one of the most important Gothic buildings in the country.
Westminster Abbey, not Abbey.
Abbey. Windsor Castle is the oldest continuously inhabited house of royalty in England. It still is used as an occasional residence for Queen Elizabeth II. Bath Spa. Bath is filled with wonderful Roman and Gothic architecture, and the streets are flooded with talented performers and artists.
So that's it.
Sonia, what place of this presentation do you like the best?
I like the Tower of London because it's very incredible and wonderful.
Maxine, what place of this presentation do you like the best?
I like the Stonehenge because this is very exciting and interesting.
Emilia, what place of this presentation do you like the best?
I also like Stonehenge because it saved the history of England. It means sun and moon. And it is beautiful and ancient.
Thank you for your answer.
Okay, thank you, Ola. It was nice. And there were some interesting places of England. And now we move on to the capital of the United Kingdom and to the capital of England. It's London. Max has prepared a presentation. Max, you're welcome. And I'll show you a presentation to the class.
Welcome to London. Welcome to London.
Mhm.
I'd like to tell you some words about English and its famous places. Trafalgar Square. There are always a lot of people and pigeons on the square. In the middle of the square there is Admiral Nelson's column. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace. This is the Queen's home. It was built in 1703. There is a great collection of paintings. Westminster Abbey. This is a holy place. All English kings have been crowned and buried in the church since 1308. Westminster Cathedral. It was built between 1895 and 1903. Its bell tower is 84 meters high. The Houses of Parliament. This big palace is the most famous building in the world. The British Parliament, the building is 280 meters long. There are more than 1,000 rooms. Big Ben, the big clock tower is the symbol of London. It strikes hours. Tower. The Tower of London has been a fortress, a palace, an arsenal, a mint, a prison and observatory, a zoo, the home of the crown jewels, and tourist attraction. Tower Bridge. The most famous bridge in London is the Tower Bridge. River Thames. Thames flows through London. The River Thames in 338 kilometers long. It is 245 wide here. Even big sea ships can visit London.
Okay, that's it. Thanks. Max prepared lots of interesting sites from London. And Max, do you know what is the capital of the United Kingdom?
It is London.
It is London. So I think that you were just shy or at the beginning of the lesson when you have forgotten, right? Right. Then we move to the one of the most interesting sites in the whole United Kingdom. It's Stonehenge. It's one of the mystic places. It's very unique and intriguing. And Sophia Semir has found an interesting video for us, and I'll show it to you. And then Sophia will tell you more. Just a second.
Stonehenge. For thousands of years, one of the world's great archaeological enigmas. Now, one man has come up with radical new thinking that may explain why and by whom this fabulous monument was built. Anthropologist Lionel Sims began by trying to understand what changes were going on in prehistoric society as Europe emerged from the last ice age, and how man's beliefs were affected. Studies of present-day societies, combined with fresh archaeological evidence from across northern Europe, Sims comes to the conclusion that this ancient monument represents a major milestone on the road to the modern world. Sunrise at Stonehenge on the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. Great crowds gather at this mystical site to celebrate the event. It's now the 21st century, and following what is thought to be an ancient tradition, has become a global phenomenon.
Well, this place is completely mysterious. We don't know if our ancestors came here for a dance. I just feel a really good vibe whenever I come here.
come the air century for century.
So what they completely did here to us is almost a mystery.
The unraveling of that mystery begins with some fundamental questions, not least of which is, what did the people who built Stonehenge believe in? A structure of this scale and antiquity almost certainly had a major spiritual significance to those that built it. Construction began on the Stonehenge site over 5,000 years ago.
Video about Stonehenge. I'll give you some questions about this monument. Circle the right answer.
Take your pens.
Are you ready? Let's check up. Record. How many years ago an ecological enigma was built?
It was built 4,000 years ago.
Yes, you're right. Ola, what Stonehenge was built for?
It was built to celebrate the sun.
With whom? Some people thought that it was built to celebrate the sun, and other people thought that it was built to celebrate the moon. Emilia, who built this fabulous monument?
Droids built this fabulous monument.
Yes, you're right. Maxime, what does Stonehenge look like?
A solar cylinder. Calendar.
Yes, you're right. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
We can say that it is just one glimpse at the Stonehenge because we don't know all the mystic, all the history of it because nobody knows it. And we just have some theories and some thoughts about it. But it was rather interesting just to have a possibility to travel there using our video. Now, we finish with England and we move to another part of the United Kingdom, it's Wales. Emilia and Lira will show us their presentation and their comment on it.
We want to tell you some words about Wales. It is a country of Great Britain. Wales is the country of astonishing ancient castles and amazing natural parks. Cardiff. Cardiff is an industrial city which has a castle, a cathedral, a university. It is the capital of Wales and its main port. Look at these photos. Cardiff is represented on them. Swansea. It is a culture and the second largest city in Wales. You can see Swansea at these photos. Newport. It is a cathedral and university city in southeast of Wales. We would like to show you famous places of Wales. Chepstow Castle. Chepstow Castle is situated on the river bank Wye in South Wales. It was built by William Osborne between 1067 and 1071. And the castle was opened for visitors in 1953. Cardiff City Hall. City Hall stands in the heart of Cardiff, built in the English Renaissance style. City Hall was opened in 1906. The English built great castles at Harlech and Caernarfon to protect themselves from attacks from the west. The National Library of Wales. It keeps many rare and important manuscripts, including the Black Book of Carmarthen. National Park Snowdonia, the highest Mount Snowdon. Mount Snowdon. Wales has high mountains, including Mount Snowdon, the second highest mountain in Britain. The nature of Wales. The nature of western coast is wild and beautiful. By the way, there are 3 national parks and 5 reserved regions of rare natural beauty in Wales. It is one of the Welsh castles. Carefully Castle. Carefully Castle is one of the great medieval castles of Western Europe. It was constructed by Gilbert de Clare in the 13th century. Harlech Castle. It was built by Edward I during his invasion of Wales between 1282 and 1289.
The art gallery is situated in South Wales.
Logwin Castle. It was built in the 13th century by Logwin the Great, Prince of Gwynedd and North Wales.
Sea Zoo in Wales. You can see many different sea creatures and sea plants there. Now please answer my question. What do you think about Sea Zoo in Wales? Sonia.
I like to see zoo because you can see there some different kinds of sea creatures.
And Igor, please answer my question. What do you think about Sea Zoo in Wales?
I think the zoo is the top tourist attraction where you can see many sea creatures and many other animals.
Thank you.
You have just seen our presentation and you have just heard our essay about Wales and its famous places.
Now please answer our questions.
Raise your hands and we will choose the person who will answer.
Say true or false. So let's start.
Wales is the city. Igor.
False.
Hull is the capital of Wales. Igor.
True.
The English built great castles.
It's false.
Ah.
It's false. Cardiff is the capital of Wales.
The English built great castles at Harrow and Carnarvon to protect themselves from attacks.
True. Thank you. Chepstow Castle is situated on the riverbank Thames.
False.
Right?
Wales has high mountains.
True. Right. Mount Snowdon is the highest mountain in Britain.
False.
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 The scenery of Wales is wonderful.
True. Harlow Castle was built by Edward I during his invasion of Wales.
True.
The art gallery is situated in North Wales.
False.
Thank you for your attention.
We were glad to tell you about such wonderful country as Wales.
Thank you, girls. But that's not all the information about Wales. We have Igor and Misha. They will tell you some more about Wales, and I will show you another presentation they've made. So, boys, you are welcome, and I'll show it to our class. Just a second.
What are five famous places in Wales? You may answer my question after my presentation. The Menai Suspension Bridge. The Menai Suspension Bridge is a suspension bridge between the northern island of Anglesey and the main island of Wales.
Mainland of Wales.
This engineer masterpiece was designed by Thomas Telford and built between 1819 and 1826.
Mount Snowdon is the highest mountain in Wales and England.
The name Snowdon means snow hill, and snow can often be seen covering parts of the mountain. The summit can also be reached by the Snowdon railway line, which opened in 1896. The Mount Snowdon is famed for its beautiful wildflowers.
Carnarvon Castle is one of the top tourist attractions in the whole of the Wales and one of the most impressive castles in the whole of the United Kingdom.
The Millennium Stadium. The Millennium Stadium is the national stadium of Wales, located in the capital of Cardiff. It is the home of the Wales National Rugby Union team and the Wales national football team.
The Welsh Assembly building is designed by architect Lord Richard Rogers II. Finally opened for business in February 2006.
Tell me, what are five famous places in Wales? Sonia.
Mount Snowdon,
Emilia.
The Millennium Stadium.
Dartmouth
Castle.
Dasha.
The Millennium Stadium.
Emilia tells.
Told about it.
The Spencer Bridge.
Yes.
And the Assembly Building.
And Welsh building.
Okay, thank you boys. You may sit down. So, these were some interesting places and sites of Wales. And then we move on to another part of the United Kingdom. It is situated on the island Ireland, and it is called the Northern Ireland. You are welcome. And we go on.
Today, in our lesson, I want to tell you about some words about Northern Ireland. It is a map of Northern Ireland. There are some counties of Northern Ireland: Antrim, Armagh, Londonderry, Fermanagh and Tyrone. It is city of Belfast. It is the largest city of Northern Ireland. Its population is 579,554 people. It is Lake Loch Ness. There are many legends connected with this lake. It's very mountains. I want to say that these mountains are very high. It's Antrim Plateau. It's not very large. It has 554 meters high. It's small mountains. In this picture you can see giant causeway. It has 4,000 basalt columns. I know that it is the most popular tourist attraction in Northern Ireland. It's also giant causeway. There are only some drives of Northern Ireland. Views of Northern Ireland. To see more, we must go there.
I agree that to see more we must fly a plane and visit Northern Ireland ourselves. Tell me please, do you know any legends connected with the Loch Ness Lake? Sophia, have you heard?
Some people said that terrifying monster lived in this lake.
Maybe somebody or someone of you have seen the pictures of the monster?
Yes,
You will.
yes, I see the pictures. I have seen the pictures of it monster.
Of this monster?
Yes.
Just it was huge and terrifying.
Yes.
And maybe it
It
was
looked like a
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Emilia, what about you?
We cannot see a giant monster. We can see only a line
On the water. Yeah, as if something is moving underneath it. Yeah? So, right here. We finish with Northern Ireland. We just have small, not much information about it. And we move to one of the greenest parts of the United Kingdom, and it is what?
Scotland.
What do you think? It's
Scotland.
And Dasha will tell us about one of the most important castles in Scotland, and we'll have, if we have more time, we'll watch a video about Scotland. So just a minute.
I'd like to tell you about Dunter Castle. Dunter Castle is a ruined castle today, but it is the best place in Scotland. It is located on the rocky cliffs on the northeast coast of Scotland. Dunter Castle has played a prominent role in the history of Scotland because of its strategic location. Dunter is best known as the place where the corners of Scotland, the Scottish crown jewels, were hidden from Oliver Cromwell's army. Look at this photo. But there are so many castles in Scotland, and it's impossible to choose the best one. They are all originally old and unique. You have heard the text of my presentation, and now let's answer my questions. You should answer true or false. Dunter Castle is a ruined castle today.
True.
It is located on the island.
False.
Dunter is best known as the place where the corners of Scotland, the Scottish crown jewels, were hidden from Oliver Cromwell's army.
True.
Dunter Castle is best known as the place. Dunter Castle is the best place in Scotland.
True.
It is located on the rocky cliffs on the west-east coast of Scotland. True. They're all originally new and unique. True.
Why is it false? Correct them. Correct.
They're all originally old and unique.
They are not new, they are old. Right. That's all, Dash. Okay, you may sit down. We know that the United Kingdom is rich in different castles and it has rich history. And now I propose you to watch a video about Scotland. It's Scotland in 2 minutes. But in this video you will see these numbers. You have to spot the number and remember and understand what they mean. And we'll read the sentence and then I'll ask you the questions. I'll ask you questions about these numbers and you will explain. Okay? Okay.
Claim Scottish.
Not 1,000 but 50 million.
50 millions claim Scottish
Descent.
descent.
Right. Yeah.
5 million and 100,000 people live in Scotland.
Max.
2 million and 540,000 tourists every year.
Daria?
6,000 miles of
Miles.
miles of Milan's coastline.
Coastline. Igor?
515 golf courses.
Not 15 but 50
50
Golf
golf
courses.
courses.
Misha?
280
Cultural
festivals.
Ira?
99 inhabited islands.
Sonia?
50% of top 20 financial companies have a home here.
Financial companies have a home, right? That was written was in Scottish, and then it was translated into English. Now look at the blackboard, and we'll try to remember what was written in our video and to see what it means. So the first number, 5,100,000. What it means, Ola?
People live in Scotland.
It was the second number or the first?
First.
Okay, next. 2,540,000. What it means, Mila?
2 million
540,000 tourists every day.
Every year, not every day, every year. 6,000. What is it? What is the number?
Miles.
Of mainland coastline. Берегова лінія. Next. 550 of what? Something connected with a game called golf courses. Right. Next, 280. It's what?
280 cultural
Cultural festivals. Imagine that in our country we have about 10 or 12 cultural festivals, and they have 280. It's amazing. Next, 90.
99.
Right.
99 inhabited
Islands. 50%. What is it?
Combined.
Yeah.
20.
50%. Who remembers?
Of 20 combined.
Top financial companies have a home here. So, 20 ведучих компаній мають тут свою домівку, які працюють по всьому світу. Next, 16.
University.
Sasha?
36 bottles of whiskey.
You remember about whiskey? 36 bottles of whiskey. Okay,
Exported every second.
Right, so I don't remember. You remember? 16.
Universities.
7 cities. Yeah, only 7 cities, but so much of different.
This is one school.
And
One
school. Okay, I see that you were very attentive. I'm glad. So we have some minutes and let's have fun. I'll show you a video about Buckingham Palace. But it's not a usual video. It will show you the construction of the Buckingham Palace, the quantity of people working there, and it's interesting to see how many doors and windows needed there. So, and at the end of the video, you will tell me the most interesting facts that you have seen in it. Okay? Okay. I won't stop video during the show. Just be attentive and see the numbers and most interesting facts. Okay? Okay. So just it's not long. It's not long. So we have time. Why not have fun? So be attentive.
1,514 doors.
And you can even build a skyscraper using those, right?
There are 775 rooms in Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace, it's a huge building, right?
There are over 800 of staff, including housekeepers and others.
So lots of people work to keep this Buckingham Palace clean and nice and
There are 78 bathrooms.
bathrooms. Okay, you can take a bath everywhere you like.
There are many electricity explored every day.
So about 40,000 bulbs, yeah, needed. Right, Sonia?
The Duke of Buckingham is the owner of Buckingham.
He was the first who built the palace, and then it became the real palace when Queen Victoria began to rule the country. And can you say whose residence is this?
Elizabeth
The second is the owner. Yes. No. We can say that royal family lives in the Buckingham Palace, but it is the residence of the Queen of the United Kingdom. Okay, thank you for your attention. And now let's sum up today's lesson. Підсумуємо. What interesting moments did you see, did you hear today? Sonia?
I heard about Stonehenge, about our London, about the Big Ben, cathedral, about the sea zoo in Wales, about Buckingham Palace.
Thank you, Dasha. What do you think? What is the most interesting part in the UK?
I think it is a sea zoo.
Sea zoo, but I'm asking Scotland, England, Wales, or Northern Ireland? Wales, you think. Ira, what about you? Where would you like to travel first?
I would like to travel to the Stonehenge
In England.
to see this amazing place.
I would like to visit it too. Emilia, what about you? Where would you like to go?
First, I would like to go to England because it has many different famous places, including Buckingham Palace, Buckingham Palace, Tower of London, Tower of London.
I agree. Max, what about you?
I like Stonehenge because this is very wonderful and amazing
Place. Right, I agree. Ola?
I want to go to London because it has too many castles and more interesting famous places.
Okay, we'll go on the second lesson. And thank you for your attention. Max, for today's lesson, I'm telling you now. Emilia, Sophia, you have, and Lera, you have 12. Ola, 11. Ira, 10. Max, 10. Dasha, 10. Yegor, 10. Misha, 9. Thank you for your work. You were brilliant today. And have a rest. And I'll see you in the next lesson.